I want you to do something for me. Think of your top five animated movies of all time. Just pause the video, think about it for a second. You thought about them? Good. Now, I want you to think about something else. How many of them are Disney movies or Pixar movies? Just anything owned by Disney. I'd probably at least one. If not some of them, probably two, three, four, maybe even all of them were Disney movies. But why is that? I actually have a few thoughts of what makes Disney movies so special. And so for these video essays, I like to have you and me just both sit down and let's talk about it. So let's fix this real quick. Okay, that's better. Now, as I was saying, there's always a specific reason for why Disney movies always feel better. And that's granted because they are good movies. And that's the thing about Disney. They treat their movies like proper, legitimate movies. They aren't just things that are made to entertain kids. They are made to entertain kids, of course, like kids are supposed to love them, but also it's designed to where the parents can also enjoy Disney movies. So every time you go to watch a Disney movie, like the parents are loving it too, while the kids also enjoy it. And you don't get stuff with like some of these bad movies, like Norm of the North. Who remembers that movie? I surely do. Or the Emoji Movie. I liked the Emoji Movie when I was a kid. Guess what? I'm not a kid anymore, and now that I'm growing up, I can realize just how horrible of a movie, and it's truly a horrible movie. I feel like that movie has kind of just been forgotten in time. People still need to trash that movie. That is a movie that deserves to be trashed. But, like I was saying, Disney movies are made with the idea that they're honestly for adults. Disney movies aren't designed to be for kids. Obviously, they're designed to be accessible for kids and kids to love them, enjoy them with the animation, funny jokes, which I'll get to that later, and or songs. The songs really get the kids to love it. I still remember when Let It Go came out with Frozen, and that song was everywhere for like a whole year. That song, I'm so lucky that Moana came out and all those little girls started singing Moana songs instead of Frozen songs. I was so relieved, but I'm getting off track. The point is, Disney makes movies for adults that kids can love. And then, of course, it's not just Disney movies that do that. All good animated movies know that movies are designed for adults that kids can easily watch. Like think about the Spider-Verse movies. They're rated. I didn't even knew that until like I saw it on Netflix. Like those movies are rated PG. Like I truly forget that those movies are kid movies, but like they're treated as adult stories and they're told in an adult way. There's no difference between how serious they take Spider-Verse compared to any other Oscar-nominated movie. They're all treated the same way, and that's ultimately what Disney does so much better. Is that a lot of kids movies, like those cheap straight to video, just horrible kids movies, they're designed to keep kids entertained for 90 minutes. They're not designed to be good, legitimate movies. That's why parents hate a lot of those kids' movies, is because they're so stupid and idiotic. But whenever you get a Disney movie, like think about like Wall-E. I loved Wall-E as a kid, but the amount of depth that it gets added when you actually are an adult, or like just think about any Disney movie ever made, and that they're all so much better whenever you're adult. And that's the thing. Whenever you make a good kids movie, you should make it to where you can love it as a kid and then grow to love it even more as an adult, because there's so much that you're missing from it. A good example of this is Shrek. So I loved Shrek as a kid. It was such a perfect movie when I was little. But now that I'm grown up, the amount of jokes that are in that movie that I just never understood as a kid. You know, it's not a animated kids movie, but it is still the same example. I grew up, me and my mom, we would watch Clue. Remember Clue? We would rewatch that movie over and over again, and we loved it. And I enjoyed it because of just the amount of slapstick humor that was scattered throughout the story. And that it was a genuinely funny thing. And then I rewatched it about like a few months ago. It was the first time in years that I've seen that movie. And the amount of stuff that went over my head as a kid, and you know what? It made me love it even more. I enjoyed the story so much more. And that goes with Shrek. I loved it when I was a little kid. I love it even more now that I fully get everything that's going on and all the jokes that are happening. I still remember Shrek 2 whenever they had the white Bronco reference. Like, no 7-year-old is going to get the white Bronco reference. But then me watching it, like, grown up now, it makes it so much more funnier because Shrek, the people that make Shrek, they know their audience. They are adults who can also love the movie while children are also enjoying it. That's the ultimate thing that sets apart a good animated movie from a bad animated movie. However, Disney does have another ace up their sleeves. Those movies get so incredibly dark. Okay, how many other kids movies are you gonna see where they kill off Bambi's mom, especially like how they did that, or when a Scar kills Mufasa? I don't know why the only examples I can think of are animal movies, but still, my point stands. Oh no, up, up. The opening 10 minutes emotionally traumatized an entire generation. What other kids movies do you think are going to be able to do that? And that's the thing about Disney is that they perfectly balance what it means to have a really dark moment while it's still at the same time like it's a kids movie at the end of the day. Like that's what it is, and like they never go too dark to where parents are freaking out about it and like calling up Disney demanding to be the movie to be boycotted or something. No, they always find the perfect line where movies can get super dark while not going too far. And it just goes in the fact that they just make perfect movies. Like they're all timeless stories and that's what makes it work so well. To this day, I still say one of the coldest lines in movie history was the line in this line in Milan.
How many men does it take to deliver a message?
One.
Disney, please don't copyright this video. I used 9 seconds of footage. Please don't copyright me. Anyways, like I was saying, that line was so incredibly chilling and dark. And I remember the first time I watched Mulan, and I was like, wow. It was so like it tells you everything you need to know about those villains. It tells you everything you need to know about like how they treat the enemy. And it's such I still to this day think that that line, those two lines, one of the greatest pieces of dialogue ever written. Period. I will die on that hill. But ultimately at the end of the day, with all this being said, it's genuinely the most simplest answer of what makes Disney movies so well. They're just good movies. They have three-dimensional characters, great writing, intense action. Sometimes they even have some of the greatest songs I swear that have ever been made. And it it's all these things of what makes a genuinely good story. It's just they're made for kids. You could make so many Disney movies and like make it PG-13 or something and make it more catered for adults and it would still work really well. Like these stories are just genuinely well told, well crafted movies. And that's ultimately what makes Disney so much better compared to every other movie, any other animated movie. Like, that's the reason why the Emoji Movie was so bad. Again, still not trashed enough. I really think people need to go back to trashing that movie because however much hate it got, it didn't get enough hate. It has not gotten enough hate. I will still say that. People still need to be trashing that movie. I don't know why they still aren't. Yes, I'm still hooked on that movie that came out in 2017. I don't care. I still hate that movie with every fiber of my being. If you can't tell, I hate the Emoji Movie. But like again, it's a simple thing. It's a simple answer for why Disney movies work so well. They're timeless stories. Every time there's a Disney movie, there's always a deeper layer and a deeper message to all of these films. Is that there's always a good message behind everything. And maybe it's a simple message, maybe it's more complex, but maybe kids won't even understand it whenever they watch it. But the adults do. And that's why parents love to go see Disney movies with their kids, is because it's just so well done, and they make kids laugh, they make them have fun, and the adults can find the serious drama inside the story and understand why it's so well done. But no matter how complex of a story it is, no matter how deep or how dark it gets, ultimately, all these movies are the same. They still have the same Disney charm. Every time you see a Disney movie, not even just looking at the animation, you can tell that this story is a Disney story. I think someone started mowing the yard. I hope the mic isn't picking that up. But if you hear something, that's what it is. But yeah, these are just timeless, good stories that are just being told, and that's what makes them work so well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, then clearly you don't hate my face. And I mean, like and subscribe to the channel if you want. I mean, share the video, comment down below what your thoughts are. I mean, what's your favorite Disney movie ever made? It's hard to pick mine, but I'll post right here. Like, I can't think of it on top of my head, but this is my favorite Disney movie of all time. And I mean, thank you so much, really. I really appreciate the people who genuinely take the time to watch these videos. It honestly means a lot to me. Like, I know that this is still a small channel, but the amount of people that are actually watching my videos, it just feels so surreal. And really, I do thank everyone, because it means so much to me. I can't express enough just how much all these videos getting like all these views, people liking the video, sharing it, it genuinely makes me happy, and I really do appreciate all of it. And that's really all I have to say about this video. So that's movie talk. See ya.